Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're doing something a little bit exotic today. Something maybe you've never heard of. Something fancy from another faraway land. We're making quesadillas. This is shredded cheddar. This is a tortilla. That's hot sauce. That's butter. That's a frying pan. There you go. I put the butter in the pan, and now it's bubbling. And here's the thing. Whoop. Oh yeah. Now the butter's all over it. You just let it relax in there for a while. That cheese melts a tad. If you have a cover, you could put a cover on it to help it melt faster, but this ain't really right. I put pepper on it. I use a spatula. You know what's harder than making quesadilla is making videos. It's really hard. So that's why I'm doing an easy one today. But you can make a quesadilla pretty good. You can put salsa in there. You could put vegetables in there. You put different kinds of cheese in there. You put different kinds of meat in there. You could put mozzarella and tomato sauce and pepperoni in there and make it a pizza dia. I'm lactose intolerant, so at one point in my life I was just putting hot sauce and refried beans, a thin layer of refried beans on there, and I called it a Beano dia. There's lots of different dias you can make, and they're all good. You can put hamburger and American cheese, and then it's a burgo dia. It's truly limitless what you can do. The cheese is starting to melt. It's a little shiny. Fold it in half. Alternatively, you could, if you wanted the bigger one, you could have 2 tortillas. Put one on top, and then flip the whole thing. But I'm just making this for me. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's like anything that's bread with filling. You can do anything you want with it. Who cares, right? You could put teriyaki chicken and frickin' cabbage in a tortilla. The teriyaki dia. You do you. It doesn't matter if anyone else likes it. Just cook something that you want to eat, you know? I made a steak quesadilla yesterday and it was good. I also made a fried chicken quesadilla yesterday and it was really good too, if you can imagine that. Of course you can. You just do you. Get out there and do you. Be yourself. Be proud of who you are and proud of everything. Why not? It's a beautiful world out here, even if it's weird right now. There's plenty of reasons to be happy. That looks perfect. Oh baby, yes. That is actual perfection, I think. Turn the burner off now, because this is about ready to come out. I have a cooling rack somewhere, but lately I've just been throwing it in the oven when it's off. Toss her in there. That's my cooling rack for now. We'll just let that cool off for a few minutes so my face doesn't get melted off. But yeah, basically my point is, there's plenty of reasons to be happy. There's plenty of reasons not to. And if that's how you feel, then then that's how you feel. But don't let it take control. Reach out. There's a million things you can do to bring yourself out of it. Sometimes you just want to feel sad. And I don't want to say that that's good or even okay, because I don't think I'm qualified to say something like that, but just don't let that be the way you live the rest of your life. Just always remember that it will get better eventually. I didn't touch that. Love you guys. Thank you so much. I don't know if I'm gonna do a talkie. I should. I forgot to do the part where I eat. Dia. Dono dia. Let's look at the inside. It cooled off enough, it doesn't actually look great in there. It doesn't look bad, it just looks like warm cheese, you know. Put an egg in it. Like 1 egg. It's like the perfect size for this one little tortilla. Do your thing, man. Alright, I just figured, why not? I cooked some steak that I was eating, and I just threw it on here, put some parsley on it, and then we're just gonna cook it. Because why the heck not? This is gonna be a thick boy, but it'll still be good. Oh, I almost burnt the freaking heck out of burnt the top of my hand off. Oh. We don't want the steak to cook much more, so we're just trying to cook this one fast. The steak will help melt the cheese a little bit too, because it was hot. But we'll see how this goes. Tortilla's starting to puff up a little bit. Oh. Bad quesadilla. Bad boy. plenty of stuff in this world that you don't want to press, but these are fine. It's not like any the juices are going to start squirting out. They might. If there's a lot of cheese, it might squirt out. So be careful with that, I guess. Hello. Ooh, it's dripping juice everywhere. It's a juicy boy. So, you have to cut the steak really fine. Not really fine, but if it's too big, you'll just rip half of it out. So you got to cut it pretty small. That's it. That's good. That's good. That's all. I just wanted to... Yeah. Bye-bye. Hello again, everyone. I'm just going to recap some of the stuff we talked about before. We talked about happiness. There's a lot of reasons to be happy out there, even though times are scary and weird and sad, frankly. And there's nothing inherently wrong with any feelings, but there is a lot to be happy about, and if you focus on that, it'll make you happier. It's as simple as that. And I'm going to repeat myself a bit in this, but hopefully it all comes together. Sometimes when you're depressed, people will say, just be happy. There's a difference between being depressed and being sad. Depression is a clinical thing. Depression is a thing that really drags you down, and there are ways to overcome that just on your own. But sometimes you need help from external sources for that. But just talking about general unhappiness or sadness, if you just find the positivity in the world and focus on that instead, you will pull yourself up a little bit. Maybe not all the way, but it's a start, and it'll snowball, and eventually you'll be in a good place. So that's a big part of taking care of yourself, is just, even if everything seems like it's against you, don't be the victim. Take ownership of the things that you have in your control, and learn to let go of the things you can't control. Because you can stress all day and night about something that's out of your power, but that ain't gonna change. You need to focus on changing the things you can, and to accept the things you can. And that just takes a big burden off. And you have to be really honest with yourself about it too, because it's easy to blame everything on someone else or something else, something external. It's easy to take no responsibility for your actions, and of course that's easy. If you don't ever take any responsibility for anything, then you don't make any mistakes, and everything's happening to you. Poor you, everyone should pity me, this, that, the other thing. That's the easiest way to make yourself feel better, temporarily, I guess. But it's not it's far from a permanent solution. It just makes things worse, because then every mistake that you make, you blame on someone else, then you never learn from your mistakes, you never grow as a person, you never get better. Your situation never improves. I think it's really important to look at everything that happens in your life, take responsibility for it, own it, change it if you must, because you can. I almost said if you can, but you can. If it's something that you did, you can change it. And if it's you get a negative consequence of doing something, then you should try to change it. It's funny, you have to love yourself for who you are, but you have to see your flaws and work on them. And those might sound contrary, but they're not. Because the good in you, are the lovable things in you, are perfect just the way they are. And you can try to improve them, and there's nothing wrong with that, because there's always room for improvement. But you have to love the good things and change the bad things. Because you might be perfect you're not perfect just the way you are. No one's perfect just the way they are. No one in the world, in history, has ever been perfect. Unless you believe in things that were. Let's stay away from that one. Little bit sidetracked. You get it though, right? Maybe I should write some of this down before I start talking. Take responsibility for yourself. Focus on the positive. Love yourself. And don't be afraid to work. Because work is the hardest thing, but it is also the only thing that yields rewards. Life's hard anyway. Life's hard if you don't try. So you might as well try, right? That's the real thing about it, is it seems easier to do nothing and to never, reflect on yourself or your mistakes in a real way. But that doesn't make life easier. That's just a path where you don't have to do as much. But life remains difficult in spite of that. But if you push yourself and you try, and you make yourself the best version of yourself, then life actually does get easier. Because you're putting forth the effort. Maybe there's an equal amount of hardness in the world, and either you can use it to benefit yourself, or you can endure it as a victim. Those are your choices. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Share, like, subscribe. Love yourself. You have a great day. Cook your food. Eat it.